Okay. This quote is really close to me because in myself I have really conflicting natures. I want to be spontaneous and do things without thinking, and my other side is really structured and I want to prepare and I want to plan. And even with this speech, it's impromptu, and we had the choice to do an impromptu speech or a prepared speech. Well, when I prepare, sometimes it goes wrong for me, and then if I don't prepare, it kind of just ends up the same way. So I think that being like spontaneous is, I think it's more natural for me, because even when I prepare, it's not really great. So I agree with this quote from Osler, and he says, the best preparation for tomorrow is to do today's work superbly well. So it works in some ways because you can be prepared, like when I do homework, or I have a project the next day, or a test. You know, if you study, if you do your homework, and you get all your projects done earlier, stuff just works out. You go to school the next day, you feel like relaxed. It's not stressful. But then if you prepare too much, you can just, it'll get you crazy and you're even more stressed because you think, oh, I should add more on, or should I take off less off, and nothing's perfect. And so that can backfire. So then you can have the other option of just, you know, winging it and hoping it's going to turn out good and just getting it over with. And I don't know, I kind of choose that one more because when I prepare, it usually ends up being that way anyway. So yeah, so two conflicting personalities is not really that great thing when you want to be organized. So that quote works for some of me and works for my other half.
All right, I thought the opening went well when it came to content issues. Presentation was a little bit problematic. You put the quote down and then you kind of keep looking over at it instead of holding on to the quote until you're ready to share it with us and then getting it out of your hands. So it becomes a distraction to you early on. Ultimately, you know, you do get to the quote. I thought you seemed to, you know, have an idea where you wanted to go with it, but there was not really a plan laid out for us. You're kind of covering the same territory or defining what's going on here, and I think the plan would make the speech come together a little bit more fully. You have this nervous giggle that you use whenever you're a little bit uncertain, and that draws attention to the fact that you are uncertain. You need a structure, and I think once you get that structure, everything will flow a little bit better, because you do have a nice voice that you're using. You're projecting pretty well. The strongest parts of the speech, I think, are your facial expressions are very animated, and you have good gestures, natural gestures when you are talking. It's just you need to have a little bit more fluency about where you're going with the subject. Like I said, the issue about body movement, mostly I had a problem because it seemed like you were hovering over the topic and whatever notes you had, and they were kind of anchoring you to that one spot, and that looked a little bit awkward. All right. Thank you.